Hey, welcome out to channel14.com's Bodega Nights. I'm Joao, and Martin is going to take the lead here. Look at that face.
Look at that frozen face. Or it could be my net.
Could be my net. Hi, my name is Martin. Welcome to the Love Cafe episode of Bodega Nights. And yes, with me is Joao and Miko. Tonight, we got our friends from the first or second run of Love Cafe. From Stay Healthy, aka Cancerous Kankarka, we got Jessica. From The Dust in Your Place or Alikabok sa Kusina, we got Leoren and JR. From the
usual
Play,
pointy thing doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, we got Festine. And from Stray Cat and Kusangala, we got Jigo. And from the Love Cafe Tweeners, I think that's something JR wrote, we got Pat Herbalario. Hey guys, how are you guys doing? Hope everyone's okay. You can unmute yourselves. Let's have a ruckus here.
Martin is handling this like a webinar.
We're totally handling this like a webinar.
You may unmute yourselves.
May unmute yourselves for the seminar.
Hello, can you hear me?
Cafe.
Yep.
Hell yes, loud and clear, friend.
Yeah.
Something's wrong here. My ISP says my speed is fine, but everyone's now a slideshow to me.
Holy smokes.
Something is lying.
I mean, you're coming in quite nicely, Meek.
Yeah, you're coming in quite nicely. So basically, thanks, guys. What is Love Cafe? It was a series of plays that started in 2012 in UANP. It spawned off so big, I think, JR, Leoren, you can confirm this. Yung short and sweet team nyo is called Team Love Cafe.
Don't remember. But pero yes, ang alam ko lang, we do have a promotional page that's called Love Cafe. Not sure if it's the team name though. Si JR yung makakapagsabi, honestly.
Yeah, I think I remember yun. It's Love Cafe nga. When we joined the short and sweet. 2016 ba yan?
Followers.
2016 ba yan?
I don't remember.
Around 2015, 2016.
I don't remember, guys.
I think Modus. So it spawned off from the school back to...
Na pala yun. Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Just
from a small series of plays, it spawned off to bigger stages like Short and Sweet. So holy shit. Just as
a little bit of like history, right? And just as a bit of context for everybody that isn't from like our circle.
Yes.
Our buddy Joam, who was on the show a couple of episodes ago, right? Wrote a number of plays as I guess at the time is a little bit of an exercise, right? They were a series of 4 plays that were kind of based off of C.S. Lewis's 4 Loves, because that's like what we were talking about. We were all like, "Oh, love, pare, love,
Love Cafe."
And so, talking about like eros and like, this is why I'm not a philosophy teacher.
The C.S. Lewis, I remember correctly.
Yeah. C.S. Lewis.
The overall theme.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because C.S. Lewis had romantic love, friendship, charity, and affection.
Family or something. Affection. Yeah. Affection.
I don't remember the Latin terms for them except for eros, because that sounds so cool. Eros.
Yeah. Eros. And it's funny because
sounds like the name of a metal band or something, right? And then
these are 4
plays
he wrote. Yeah. 4 plays he wrote in separate time periods. As in, one of the first plays I actually watched in school would be Cancerous Kankarka in a series of plays from Rock.
That was pretty good.
So that was 2006.
And
then
cool
Flood Play came in Quandary, I think, 2009. Alikabok and Stray Cat were the newer ones back in 2012. And that's what was the first 2 series of plays. And when we go back to the 4 Loves of C.S. Lewis, I think JR has a history of writing a 4 Loves play then in the Playfest, which was called Zero Factorial, and a couple of us would remember that. So it's a bit of a metagaming when we combine some of us here and we joined Love Cafe, because we did have some backgrounds in that era. So that said, guys, when did you hear about this Love Cafe production? Kailan kayo na-recruit? And who were the ones who recruited you? Because I already introduced the one who recruited me, which was Festine, like back in 2012 for Lolo's Play, yung Flood Play. Anyone can start.
Ako na lang muna siguro. Actually, si Sir Joem, no, recruited me after writing that. You mentioned the Dulaang Rock Playfest, no? Because every year we had this Playfest for one of the theater groups in UANP. And then the theme then was Four Loves of C.S. Lewis. So that's charity, affection, friendship, eros. Funny thing there is that the cafe in Love Cafe is actually that, no? Charity, affection, friendship, eros. That's why it's easier to remember for me. And also at that time, charity I think was assigned to me agape. And parang ka-soundboard ko si Sir Joem at that time. Eh. And then I think siguro dun sa soundboarding process na yun, lumabas na alam mo yung sinusulat ko before, parang pasok din siya sa sa Four Loves eh. That's what he told me. So parang I think dun medyo nagsimula yung i-develop niya kasi medyo concept notes yung ginawa ni Sir Joem at least nung simula. No? So I think that was one of the beginning. Parang nung simula, parang dalawa o tatlo pa nga lang yung nasulat niya as Martin had pointed out. So eventually, naghanap siya ng yung pinakamailap para sa kanya is the affection and charity. Yun yung pinakamahirap isulat for him. Just not sure, sayang wala siya ngayon. But that's something that he would say and he always says. So yun. Not sure who would go next. Si Lioren, ay papasa ko na kay Lioren kasi siya yung direct recruit ko from the Love Cafe experience.
Ayun, nagot na po yung
You have
tanong.
been volunteered.
Yung tanong. Yeah, it was Ali JR who recruited me and Ares at the time. Tapos, hindi ko alam bakit kami yung naisip niya. Pero ayun, that started my first acting career and my only ba? My actor in UAN.
May kafeng barako ka pa.
Oo nga, no? Dude,
Other Shakespeare play.
I don't remember a lot of things anymore.
So, okay, next from JR and Lauren. Jessica, would you like to tell us who recruited you for Stay Healthy? Is that the one? Stay Healthy.
Yeah, I'm actually like exchanging notes with Vestine, she's like my reference right now for all these memories. But anyway, see, Angel Eula was actually the one who recruited me for Love Cafe. And I remember we were the English version. Tapos si Lauren and Aris were the Tagalog version. Lauren, I don't know, but if you remember me, but like I've seen you there. I really like yung chemistry niyo ni Aris. I thought that was really like, so if that was like your debut, wow, amazing. You played a really good role. So yun na, that was Angel Yulo. And she gave me the script, and I wish I could give something deeper, like that it resonated with me and Paolo. But honestly, any opportunity to have a show with Viare is kind of like, so when she asked me, I was like, oh yeah, sure. And then she showed me the script, and I also liked it. So it was very simple, very straightforward. That's me.
Okay,
Jigo, hanging out with friends because that's all the theater were, bro.
Or someone else for Stray Cat? Because I remember saying ng direct eh.
I don't even remember, honestly, who recruited me. I'm pretty sure it's someone from probably, most likely it's from Rock. Or someone from theater class, maybe. I don't even remember when I took theater class. But ang natatandaan ko is, around second year, I was super into theater. As in, I wanted to try out everything. Kasi coming from an all-boys school, ever since, diba, high school and grade school, parang I always thought that theater isn't for me. Like, theater is something
theater is where you need
or something. But I'm nothing against it. But I just thought
fellow theater people.
I thought I didn't like it up until I joined Rock, and then theater class with Miss Chessy Carino. That was the best class I had. Well, I just said yes, probably because wala namang mawawala, diba? If I try, and during that time, parang I was even parang barely exploring acting. Parang I'd like to participate in theater stuff, but mostly backstage. I like creating props. I didn't know na parang that I would like to do acting eventually, up until I tried it. And then, syempre, first few ones, even from the start, feeling ko super hilaw ako when it comes to acting because I didn't really know how to memorize lines. And yeah, but then I think it was a very good experience for me. And then tuloy-tuloy na, parang every other chance that I get, if I have time, I'll try my best to, I guess, see if I can do it. Yeah.
Thanks, man. And so, Pat, how about you? Who introduced you and recruited you for the second run? Because I remember kasama na si Tino, or I think Kiefer, the
I
play
think
that's
it was
between the four plays.
yeah, like I think it was. I actually had to like check it up on Facebook because I was like, I remember I acted that play with Darwin, Tino, and then also Kiefer. Like, what's the last one? I think so. I had to like check my Facebook memories and stuff to remember like like a bunch of stuff. But I think the first person who recruited me, I'm not I can't remember all the details. Like I think with everyone else because it's been years ago. But I think Joam told me to talk to JR about something. So feeling ko ngayon, like right now, JR Mira, in all fairness, sumali ka na sa front row, ang dami-dami mong na-recruit mo kami lahat. So,
It's funny because we have a common friend
Open-minded
who
naman
might
kayo
be front row.
Yeah.
JR, may
Open-minded
talent
naman kayo, diba? Open-minded naman kayo lahat, diba? Ox lang yan.
So,
Right
yeah, I think
lang.
it was JR and it was my second, I wouldn't say my second, but I feel like kasi the first time I acted, I was just like an extra in the background. But this was the one that actually had like a speaking role in it. So, yeah, like same with Jigo then, I was sort of surprised like how I was able to memorize. Parang looking back, diba? Parang like, how the hell did we memorize like pages and pages of stuff? But yeah, I think it was JR and I just said yes because like, like same with Jigo, I just wanted to try something new. And I think with all of us then, like I think theater served as a proper like escape. It was a refuge. It was a safe space, diba? Like after the stress of classes, it was a nice place to just rest and not really rest, but more of really just to escape the stress of academic life. So that's all for me. Baka Fistine can share her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yung nang-recruit sa akin, paano ka na-recruit?
I think newspaper dance was first started in Quandary. So I project headed it together with Patrick Galion and Pam Frances. And so maybe that's why we were gotten for Love Cafe since we have experience on the play newspaper dance. Yeah.
Oh, we don't say that name here.
Flood play.
Okay, so since
because Miko
was here,
Miko was in the flood play.
you have to tell us your story because we told it pre-recording. Miko, how cursed was it for you? And why
Oh,
don't
wow.
you
I mean,
not
it
play?
didn't get as cursed to me. Like, the curse hit other people first. They're like, oh, God, I feel like this is coming my way. But pretty much if you join the flood play and you are essentially in a relationship with the person, you are going to somehow break up in the future. And that seems a bit like, and it's so far scored, perfect at this point, like 100%. Anyone who's a couple in that play will not be a couple forever. Not just that, like you're also bound to have technical difficulties, things will break, you'll somehow get injured. It's like the M play. We don't also say that in Shakespeare. Or, the Scottish play. Same thing, our Scottish play is just the flood play. Because it's somehow just horribly cursed.
And that's the curse like before Love Cafe. But Jared, the one we know who's a couple, they're still a couple, right?
Up for love. Sorry.
We can't say. Love Cafe era na. Love Cafe era.
The one I know, the one I know was a couple. Nung time, Love Cafe and BGC, hindi na sila couple.
Okay.
A year after. So, okay.
I think I know who this is. Do I?
Oh my God.
I think
So the
Matchmate mo
curse lives
ata.
on.
Natin silang dalawa.
Oh my
But they're
God.
together.
Oh my God.
If it's the person, I mean, if it's the
Spill
same
the
person
tea.
in my mind,
So-
I think, yeah.
So
back
we
together.
really are going with this flood play as like a cursed play thing. Huh?
wait lang.
It pretty much is. That's
Sila.
why it's the flood play. Remember that time whose iPod just died for no reason? I remember that because like one of my showings, the music just stops. Like music suddenly stops. I have no idea what went on. Let's just keep on going.
You're carrying your.
I was carrying K at that point. Two was the heavier ones, the two girls.
So apparently both couples have broken up. So
Oh my god.
But
this
there's
totally is the fun.
one couple. No, one couple is strong. Out of the three that I work for, that couple is so strong.
I mean, are they still
Someone broke the
alive? I
curse.
mean, there's still time.
They're still.
That's terrible, dude. That's terrible.
Don't encourage the curse.
There's this man.
Scary, man. But yeah, basically that is a curse. If it's not injury, if it's not breaking up, technical difficulties were abound. I'm just glad my run didn't have technical difficulties, but technically it was the difficulty because the actor couldn't make it that time.
There weren't any technical difficulties, but technically it was difficult. Is what you're
because
saying.
they had to find a new actor, which was me.
So it was like, the curse, like, what do I trust this guy? Actor gone. Go.
So, and here
Like,
I was
why?
just
Why
helping
you do
him set
this?
up some stuff. So I'm like, damn it. And yeah, that is the curse of the flood play. So not just go on to something better.
Wait.
Depressing.
Wait, before you ask your next question, I couldn't help but notice that Zigo's background is MDRT.
Yeah, what does that mean?
What did you think about the whole GameStop thing, dude?
Oh!
So we're going there.
Going there.
My friend made so much money on that.
Yeah.
Diamond-handed.
Okay. Personally, I've been trading since high school. So my mom taught me how to trade. Noong una kasi she was reading all these Bo Sanchez stuff. Tapos she got into it, and then she told me na okay, here's some money. Parang
Nice.
try to figure it out, and then parang so that I could be the one to eventually start trading for her then, because she didn't have time to figure it out on her own. So right now, I'm a financial consultant with True Life of UK. MDRT, for those who don't know, it stands for $1 Million Roundtable. So it's the prestigious group wherein you get inducted if you hit a certain level of either commissions or sales. So by virtue of its name, $1 Million Roundtable. So it averages to about like 2.6 million in sales for a year. So yun siya. It's more or less top 1% of all financial agents worldwide. So yun siya. So speaking of GameStop, I really commend the Redditors who did that kasi they really played the system. Grabe. As in, all I can remember is like Wolf of Wall Street type, wherein you would sell people like shit stocks talaga, diba? But then, I don't know, there's, if you look at the market now, a lot of second liners are overperforming talaga. Most of the big companies, they're pretty much down.
Yeah,
Especially
dude.
mga blue chip, ganyan, diba?
Like
So
my core position is fucked, but my core positions are fucked. But like my portfolio is doing great. Like that feels so weird.
yeah, diba? So, right now, if you feel a bit risky, you can go for basura stocks, yung mga
Buy
less than
Dogecoin.
1 peso.
Dogecoin.
Yeah, literally. Diba? Parang look at APL, look at lahat ng sub 1 peso na stocks.
Oh my
And then you can day trade them and then make money. There's really money, even despite the pandemic. You can also lose a lot of money despite the pandemic.
Especially if you're a hedge
So,
fund.
yeah, for people who are, I guess, listening to this, if it's recorded, feel free to consult. Yeah.
But yeah, that's the biggest news that happened today.
Yeah, and it's still ongoing. Did you guys see the there was a billboard, like a
Oh, the
giant
one in
LED
Times Square. With
on
Jim
Times
Ego
Square. Yeah,
Burr.
that's the one. Exactly. Oh man,
Yeah,
wearing the gull of those guys, but you just stick it to the man.
Well, you have to understand, if it's something, so just do things for the lulls. And if it's done for the lulls, you cannot stop it. I'll pay you. No. You're saying it's not about the money. It's about the message. No. Just the lulls. That's it. If it was the message, please there'd be something.
But then to be fair, it is in a way sticking it to the man though. Like
yeah, it's 10% sticking it and 90% I'm gonna just do this because lol.
and for the tendies, dude, for the tendies.
Oh yeah.
Like oh my god, it's insane.
I just love how GameStop essentially is a Fortune 500 company now.
It's insane. With a 400% gain, I hit my trailing stop loss. That's not supposed to happen. Like,
yeet, fellow traders. Yeet. Yeet.
So it's like,
So
I don't know.
That's it. And speaking of like spoiling movies, I think we go back to one of the plays. I think it was Stay Healthy that spoiled the movie, which was War of the Worlds, Jessica, at the end of the play. I remember Angela was saying that because you guys were talking about
a spoiler
food being poisoned. Yeah.
But then, are we talking about like spoiling a
really old film
thing
really
old since
film.
like the 60s? And speaking of Stay Healthy, Pat's done with her like papaya.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That's true.
I thought it was kimchi at first. I'm like, oh, kimchi.
Yeah, that's the same thing. Like, is that kimchi? Like, I mean, like, spot on for like eating spice stuff without flinching.
Yeah, I really wanted to ask this for Jessica. How was it acting with Angelo? Because the last time we saw Angelo act would be when we were still at the prime of our acting career, 2010. That was 2 years ago.
I still can't forget that one tech rehearsal. That was fun. Stunts out, holding
holding tray. Shit. Walks away.
And walks away like, wow, okay.
Everyone
asking how much improvement was there?
How big of a leap?
How much improvement was
there?
Because
that was the era where he improved a lot.
Yeah, it's
as an actor.
Actually, I think
the bar was set low.
Miguel, I don't know if you were referring to which play was that? Was that Overtones? I think where he started out like, as one of the extras. So Overtones. That was I also acted there. Fistine was our stage manager. And so if everyone remembers Overtones, it's with like these two rich women or these two women, right? Who used to be like old friends, and then they have like their conscience behind them. So it's kind of like they're so cordial with each other in English. So they speak in English. Tapos their conscience, mga like
Tagalog.
Yeah, Tagalog. Tapos parang ganyan. So it was really fun. And then Angela started there. He was our waiter because there was a scene there. So I played the
podcast much.
I played the rich woman. I played the rich woman who was in love with her high school like childhood sweetheart, but ends up with the other.
That's a lot of cats.
Right, because parang I chose the role that I played was like I chose the rich life, and the man that I was in love with, I guess like was a poor man. So that whole thing. Anyway, so so Angelo was kind of like I guess my waiter or something. Like we were at a restaurant and he was a server, and I remember him specifically because on one of the shows he messed up. Like he came in with the order. Angela, I'm so sorry, but it was fun anyway. He came in with the order before we ordered.
Martin, why did you...
Dude, it was
throwing people under the bus, man.
It's a pattern. He hasn't given me cookies yet. This is his fault.
I don't know if Fistine remembers that, right?
Did he save it by getting your usual ma'ams?
He was like, he came in and I said, we haven't ordered. And then I think so I had to say that, right? Because I needed to we need to stick to the script. And then he was also insisting but isn't this what you usually order? I was like, no, we haven't ordered. And then good thing the rest of the cast kind of played along. So my conscience said, I think si Christine ba yun, right? Christine, Christine, that was her name. The conscience went ay, baka psychic siya. So parang that added, I think that was such a strong moment for our cast. Kasi we all knew Angelo was he came in too early. And then buti lang everyone was backing up on it. And then we made it also to look so buti lang he was a waiter. So since he messed up, we also kind of made fun of him on the show. So he's kind of paying for it in front of everyone. Sorry, it was a long story context.
You will learn through this embarrassment. We will make you learn.
And
But
then next sem he did
I
it
would-
again.
But then I would love. The thing I really love though is how like the spirit of improv really does live on in
it
that
helps.
that theater group, because like I do distinctly remember having a lot of improv games. Meek, when we were doing
Yep.
that play, right? Like 90% of our rehearsals were just improv games, and it was like 10% actual rehearsal.
yeah,
And
so
nice to see that it lives on.
it's
Yeah, I remember all the Haas.
it's like, it was a really like growing moment.
Ah,
Messing up, him messing up, and then I kind of just like looked at him, and I'm just like, I think that was like our last show, and I'm just like, you are not messing up this last show. We are pulling through.
you.
Do not your character.
It will be a painful death, Angelo. So from there, he like jumped
Yeah,
from a next level.
yeah.
Because
So
he
yeah,
was a
sorry.
Good years.
To answer lang your question, Martin, no, it was, I think because we worked before, I think it was a lot easier establishing that kind of relationship with him, and so, and he was like, we I think among the Four Loves, ours was the lightest too, so it was kind of like a banter. It was, I think we were affection, and so there was no romance there, and you know, like and I think it kind of worked well from our previous play because I was the masungit, health conscious friend who's named Sophie, and he was like the wacky friend who would just eat anything. So I guess that we had like our training ground, and it was a bit more natural when we did stay healthy together. So yeah.
Jessica. So from two friends to stay healthy, we have two friends who some people thought were together. So JR, Lioren, how was it going in sa Alikabok? Because you just mentioned a few minutes ago you recruited Lioren and Aris, and this was Lioren's first play. Aris technically was like been acting since first year kayo nila Bricks. Ang tatlo yung nakikita ko nun sa Rock. So how was that dynamic? Like, so both of you can answer this.
Siguro, I'll go ahead first. No?
Okay.
From what I remember, kasi originally, the Love Cafe was designed that there is an English cast and a Filipino cast. But
You
eventually...
were Filipino.
Yeah, Filipino
English
cast.
was Gopal and Kat, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
my God.
Gopal.
Oh, we should have him on this show.
Oh, I'd love
I'm
that.
sorry, I
Yeah,
couldn't
like
find
one
him.
Yeah, he doesn't
grab someone,
exist
I'm gonna
on
look up.
social media.
Yeah, I don't think he is. But
Maybe he's on a
eventually,
YouTube video.
nag-mix and match kasi sila yung Filipino English cast. And eventually, actually, parang tinry na lang na it's just one production, wala ng English, wala ng Filipino. Let's just decide. No? Parang may at one point gano'n na siya. So, there. Lots of things have changed. Lots of people have, tried different roles. May mga nagtagalog, tapos nag-English, nag-Tagalog. And may mga, I think the flood play also, we did that na may English yung guy.
Yeah,
Tama
at
ba?
Tagalog.
Sorry, Tagalog yung guy, and then the girls in English.
English si
something like
babae.
that. We mixed and matched different things. May mga ganong klase ng dynamic progression.
So how did you like the script, the one you had to direct? Kasi it's almost in that thin line between affection and eros. Di ba?
Yeah.
Si Claire at si Rick.
That was actually my favorite script, yun dun sa lahat ng love ko. And that's particularly, that's precisely right. No? When I was discussing this with Sir Joe, I was asking him if, is this about friendship? Kasi technically, you can say that it's about friendship. Or is this about affection? Kasi what one could also say that this is more of affection kasi parang brotherly love, sisterly love, or family vibes yung dalawa eh. And one could say that pagkatalo ba to ng friendship, no? Kasi parang nanaig yung isa. When I say nanaig yung isa, parang at one point, some people would say or are saying that affection had an advantage or parang nakaungos siya. No? Sorry, kagaling ko ng poetry session kanina kaya medyo tatagalog ako. But yeah, nakaungos siya doon sa...
Talinhaga, pare ko. Talinhaga.
Oo. Pasensya na.
Naiiyak ka.
Pasensya. So yun, yeah, comparing the two, it's either is it a triumph, no, of friendship over affection or the other way around. But eventually, nakita namin na it's how the director's take will shape what the audience would also feel. Na sa amin, we made it clear that this play is the triumph of friendship. The triumph of friendship because they are friends and they choose to end it so that yung friend, the other person becomes better off in the end. It's for the good of the other person. So parang that's the end in mind. So yun. Kasi other people are saying, it's ano na eh. Lalo na nung time na yun, no, 2012, 2011, 2013, nauso yung mga mga hadaw, mga PBB teens, yung mga ganyan, no. So we were with this culture na everything so kilig, everything so nakalimutan ko yung may term doon eh. Basta yung mga hadaw stuff, no. And how do we create a counterculture na that's not just like that, no? I mean, hindi lang yan, kilig-kilig ka lang, ganyan. So, yun.
You really did come from a poetry session.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Sensya na.
Copy paste.
Si X ba ng June? Kunin na.
Oh.
Joke lang.
Plug ko lang. We're having this weekly session. We call it Astig. Binubuhay naman yung Astig, pero we're doing it for poetry.
Alaga ng sining.
Talino,
Imahinasyon at galing. Yeah.
So we're trying to revive it.
So
online.
Thanks. So thanks there. Joren, since this is your first play in the context that JR gave a few minutes ago, because this is one of the plays na ang daming nang tatanong eh. How was it acting and how was it answering the students' questions afterwards? Kasi kayo palagi yung initan eh.
Hassle nung students, can I just say, like in that era where hugot culture was everything in that. Kasi
I was searching for that word. Tama. Yeah, that's the word.
We've seen like a lot of main focus of each generation of Love Cafe. Like the last one in UANP, ang alam ko is like mental health. So everyone was focused on Pusang Gala. So bakit naman minagas kami kasi hugot culture kami. So para every after session, there will be people na hindi, dapat si Claire pati si Rick na lang yung end up together because, chemistry and stuff like that. But like, ang hirap i-explain during that time when I was also in that hugot culture world.
Was it a face?
Hindi na ako naghuhugot. Only with salary now. Char. Anyway, only with
It's not a lifestyle. I thought it was a lifestyle. It's a way of life.
Just like emo.
Anyway, so it was super difficult to also have a more mindset, given that I was also in the age na, oh my God, good, and stuff like that. But, when you have a good director and you have a good writer that explains to you, this is the vision for this script, it all sets the tone of the entire play. Like, to me, upon finally finishing the production or like upon finally running the first show, dun namin na-gets ni Aris na, ay, hindi talaga kami talo ni Rick. Kasi during rehearsals, it's like, di ba, JR, if you remember, lagi kami we tease each other a lot na, hira mo ako, ganyan. Pero when you realize that the direction of, or the vision of the director and the writer is at this friendship circle, dun namin talaga na-gets na hindi kami talo ni Claire or hindi kami talo ni Rick, and we're just really friends. And we're ending this because we care for the future of one another. The thing about Love Cafe or Alikabok kasi is if you pull it out of the four loves perspective, it can range from affection, it can range from friendship, romance, and then also agape. Kasi you're essentially loving the person despite knowing what is really happening. And it's really a sensitive play, quote unquote, because it can go in any direction. Like I've seen versions of the play na without proper guidance or without the proper mindset. Sobrang, I'm so sorry to those other renditions of the play. Sobrang,
Iba.
I'm so sorry. Hindi na lang ako name.
Is this episode going to be like Martin encouraging people to shit on others?
No, I haven't sat on bricks yet.
It's not a known version, I think, ha? But I went to that version of the play and like sobrang you kind of see that these people directing it and putting it up don't understand what they want to say. So sobrang ibang level yung understanding when it comes to like the script in itself. So dapat mature yata yung hindi ako mature pero alam mo
Wow,
yun, may
mature. How
level
mature?
of, oh my god.
Like,
Yung
mature in the
classic
level of
question kasi dun
grasping
sa
the
ano,
material.
yeah, dun sa play is na friend zone lang ba siya, no? Parang
Oh,
usually
yun
it
pala,
stops
Dad,
there eh. Kasi if
I
the
chose to friend zone myself.
yung mga ganyan, parang akala nila it's just about the friend zone. Lalo matunog na matunog yan, lalo in the people in the parang age range of the people who would be acting and directing this. There's this tendency na friend zone pare. Friend zone yan pare. Parang
And it was the era of those kinds of themes, which is kind of annoying then. But you know, it's a pretty
hindi siya
fun
annoying
look
sa akin
back.
nung time na yan. I had the thing.
Oh,
You
yes!
sat back and relaxed.
Masaya ka
Just enjoy the ride.
yun. Masaya ka na ngayon, so okay ka na.
Oh yeah.
But like, one of my, oh my God, naalala ko tuloy yung one time na wala si Aris. Tapos si Catman yung nag-break.
Wait, what happened? Wala si
Catman
Aris.
playing Drake.
Oh yes!
Like, is this like a lesbian theme or something?
Oh, dude! Cat looked like a dude!
Face-palm ako buong time because shit. Ano kaya i-expect ng mga audience?
Diba?
He looks like Gina, but like smaller. Like small.
So it took a stand on the whole LGBT thing, I guess, since like the play
It's
was about.
groundbreaking.
Good thing I didn't have questions on that, no? During the play.
Pero,
Hindi ko alam kung paano meron ba? Kung meron naman,
pero we were like,
hindi ko sinagot. I let you answer.
Ang sagot was, what we were telling the truth. We had no guy cast. That was it. So that's why Catman. Actually, minas rin ako twice sa play na to eh. Because there were a couple of runs na wala si Aris. And then, si Catman yung first. And that was a really funny run. Kasi, babae siya eh. So, paano ko siya lalandiin, quote-unquote. Tapos,
Look at me. I'm the man now.
and it's Catman. Yung Catman. Tapos yung isa si Darwin na nag-face out in the middle of the play. Tapos hindi ko na masalvage yung lines. Okay, let's balik
Nangyari din kay Pat yun eh.
Oh, yeah.
I think everyone has a Darwin, like a memorable thing with Darwin on
Everyone
stage.
has a Darwin
Everyone
moment.
has it.
Okay, we need to get that Darwin story later on from Pat. So, if you guys have
May,
anything else to add for the...
may mga run siya na talagang, there's one particular show na that he has to forget the entire play. And then you just try to salvage the entire production your own. Yeah, but we love Darwin. Darwin's like one of the best actors ever in UAP.
Amen.
Pero
I saw
tradition na niyang makalimutan ng isang script for one night.
Hey, what?
This Darwin from the Love Cafe is good, but yeah, tends to forget some scripts. So from,
I really misheard the whole
Not
thing.
Some.
yeah, not
Not
some.
some.
What do you mean? Like he forgets
All.
scripts? Like he
All?
screws up his lines, or like
The
he doesn't
order?
bring, like,
Like
Worse.
He blacks
Order.
out.
As in,
oh,
Naghahang siya
yung
minsan.
face niya, yung ending mo po sa start, yan ng level. So parang, paano tayo?
yeah.
Paano natin naayusin to? Or may time na, in the middle, biglang hindi na niya maaalala yung next lines niya.
Improv.
You just say
As in,
improv
Parang
talaga.
nag-pinwheel, nag-rainbow pinwheel siya. If you guys are on the map, nag-rainbow pinwheel siya.
Ayan,
Blue
Martin.
screen na
Man, you
siya,
brought them on to
biglaan,
just
ganun.
laglagan.
We're here doing Shakespeare, and he's doing Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah. So, oh my God. So yes, thank you, JR. Thank you, Lauren. So from that play, we're going on to the cursed play. So before we go to the Love Cafe, Miko, how was it like acting as that guy who has to eventually carry said lady after you guys?
Wait. So, something that I think we should have done at the top of the show. So
Yeah.
for people that are still here, Sorry, we
Still
didn't
here.
do this.
Still
We're
here.
talking about the play that we call the flood play. And the reason we call it the flood play is because
flood
here's
play.
here's the premise of it. Guy and a girl just broken up. It starts to rain. They run in the same direction, stuck in a waiting shed. What happens in the next 15 minutes, right? So that's sort of the basic idea and sort of basic premise for the entire play. It plays out, the flood rises. Miko carried that girl that was really heavy. You could see it. He was
I remember her.
Oh my God, what did you have for lunch, woman? Right? And
I
then,
actually made. I think I made a few jokes about that one time because for the last show or something.
Yeah, right?
Because I was the only because it was me and someone else, and I was the only one who actually could carry the girls with actually no issue.
Yeah, because who's anyway. Point is
you or Jonas.
That's what they call the flood play. Let's talk about it.
How many times did I do that play? I know I did that play more than once.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I say here 2 or 3 times, so I'm like triple cursed or something.
Yeah, you were extremely sick after one.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. I got some weird, super rare disease.
I was like,
First,
out of commission for like a semester.
Like, how do we do this?
Yeah.
like 3 times, 3 times the pain. I'm gonna make it rain on you hard. But the play itself was actually really fun. The funny thing was, by the 3rd time I did it, I think it was already, we're doing the script reading, and I was like, wow, how you're such a good actor. No, I've just done this play so many times, I know what to do.
Yes.
That's absolutely nothing to do with me being a good actor in any way or form. I just have experience dealing with this interesting play.
Yeah.
I still remember that the first lines for that play, this is what hell must be like, or something.
Yeah.
You said it. Oh,
I wish, and there was that line, I wish my ex-boyfriend would stop wishing or something. Oh my God, that's a pretty good line. Funny that Joam was more single than single at the time that he wrote it. And
he had a good source material, I heard.
Yeah, his source material was all his friends. And the various relationships that we had and how we spoke when, that was annoying.
I know. Wait, Miko, how easy or hard was it to be the fashion assassin? Because I really had to think of not dressing up like me when I had to be that way.
Well, you acted in that play, Martin?
Yes, like I said, the part of the curse that hit me was the actor of that play couldn't make it that night. So the second run was Philip couldn't make it. The first run, Lolo couldn't make it, which was sucky because he was also the director.
May run na si Yana pati si Lolo. May run din na si Yana pati si Lolo nag-take over for the day. And they were reading scripts from their phone pa.
Diba? That happened. I think for the Yana run, it was me and Julia, and Lolo run, it was me and Lexi. And then after my run, I said, hey, let's find another actor because I have to do something. And then we found Renz. So back to the question, Miko, how easy was it to find something in your wardrobe that made you a fashion assassin?
So it's gonna say I have absolutely no fashion sense whatsoever. My fashion sense, I'm gonna wear what I want, and with the rotation of how fashion works, I'll at some point be in fashion again. So not that hard. I just go into my closet. I guess I feel like this makes sense. Therefore, it won't. That's kind of what I did. Okay. Then I exaggerate a bit more for the thing, but see, what clothes do I normally wear? This must be a horrible combination. I'll put these on. So that was actually the easy part for me, in fairness.
Okay. Damn, that's not fair. That was hard for me.
No, not at all. I have no fashion sense whatsoever.
Oh, Martin, stylish guy.
No, man, because I'm the least stylish guy of the bunch, right? I'm just random t-shirt, jeans. That's still a normal set of clothing for most people. So I have to be flashy. Here, have a flashy red tie. Here, have a salmon pink trousers.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, man. Pink pants.
I felt weird wearing those pink pants.
Got myself a pair of pink jeans in my room.
I was like, that's the time I was wearing jeans with blouse boots. So, and my shirt was whatever I found on my bed.
Yeah. So I think I wore army pants. I finally wore the Transformers t-shirt and then some weird polo.
Nerd.
Just for a second. That's the only reason I can wear fucking Transformers in school. Oh my god, I said the F word. Freaking Transformers. Nerd.
Well, I'm also remember. Was that the first play, or like they did right start? We started putting the Wilhelm scream in every play.
We didn't put that scream in every place.
We did, because I remember that one there in the flood play. The Wilhelm scream was there.
We did.
When you guys go close and said,
yeah,
there'd
be a scream there, and we didn't notice until after. We're like, "There's a Wilhelm scream."
Yeah.
Yep. There was.
That's what you get. That's what you get if you ask me to do like your score and your Foley and stuff. I'm gonna do dumb stuff like, "Hey man, let's include a Wilhelm scream. Hey, let's write an entire song that's like 5 minutes long, but only use the introduction." You know, like I'm
just thankful that didn't happen in my Love Cafe run.
So what was your last show? What was your last show prank? Because I remember mine was they did not turn off the lights, and I forgot who the director was. If the lights go stupid,
John.
Okay, it's like if the lights go stupid, just kiss the girl. Like lights not working. I remember it's like struggling. Well, I'm following orders now.
So Miko is a heavy lifter because he's one of the most known prod guys in UAP before.
I was the prod guy for a long while.
Yeah.
I had done prod for every single production at that point.
I'm so sorry
drag him
about
out
that
of
table.
to have an act.
I think Festine was also part of that production. Like, it was like, yeah, I want a table, like a full dining table.
Well, I can't forget about that once. I had to find a system to carry that thing by myself to move it because we only had 2 prod people and we couldn't afford putting the other prod guy on the other side. So I learned there was an angle I could lift it in to just like prop it up for about 5 seconds, move it to the spot and put it down carefully. It was not great.
Yeah.
And this was so bad because while all of that was going on, we were like at what was the name of the Esau place? We were at the Esau place, like drinking.
You guys were wow. Thanks a lot, Joao. You just left him alone.
I mean, in fairness, I remember.
I thought
that was
me. So that's his training as Zen for the flood play.
Yep. I love how my character had the name, even though the name was never said.
Actually,
the names are never said. Yeah. That's why even like I was like, why do I have a name but it's never ever mentioned?
If you guys noticed, in all of the 4 plays, yung newspaper. If I say the Tagalog version, it won't be cursed, right?
You don't know.
Lang,
it'll just be cursed in
Tagalog. Yeah, bangko. Yung bangko lang yung walang pangalan, even though may pangalan.
It'll be cursed in Tagalog.
Oh, God.
Tagalog yung
curse ko. Lagot. So, yun.
Murahin ka, Martin.
I have a...
Kalagay sa back. May subtitles pa ba? Isang sumpa.
So, thankful ako. Kasama si Festine doon. So, when I asked Festine, Lolo says I should lift weights, but I can't carry Lexi. Even though she's the lightest actress in the whole Love Cafe thing, at siya yung co-actress ko. Okay na ba ipiggyback ko na lang yung co-actress ko?
Yep, and not shaming like my co-actress Kay, but she was the heaviest one. But in fairness, she was boxing, so I think she was either in the boxing P or the boxing varsity.
It's the muscles.
So it was all like super dense muscle.
Yeah. She didn't look
because she was like looked like super skinny. Then I picked her up like, dear God, this is a solid lady.
She got guns.
Yeah,
she got if you saw. So yeah, thank you, Festi, for allowing me not to lift them by the because I'm the weakest Zen of all time.
Wait, how did you lift them then? What did you do?
Piggyback ride? Okay.
Did you just go on your floors and let them sit on you or something?
Nope. I just stood up. They hopped on.
This became a very different kind of production. Like,
yeah, it became a different. Wala na yung kissing at the end. So it was like, oh, thank God, I don't have to do that too.
I'm gonna piggyback the puss.
Nope. Fade out.
Oh, they went just full on Master Yoda on you. That's it.
Yep.
Actually,
pretty much. For 2. And to answer your question, walang last show prank kasi yung prank isang beses lang talaga ako nang act on both runs. One show and one show as the replacement. So how was that experience naman for you, Festin, like being a behind-the-scenes lady for those 2 runs for Love Cafe?
I have experience with other plays, so it's like I'm familiar already with how to do props, and I think I was a stage manager for the Love Cafe, and Ariana was the director, if I'm not mistaken. I was familiar with my role. Yun.
Ang naalala ko lang talaga, binabasa natin yung Tagalog lens sa Makito. Putas, parang shit. So how long do we have until, 2 hours, okay. Pero ng English fest. Baliktad na lang, sanay mang tatagalog. And that's our run.
Festine is like, I think because of her, I got into my first play, which is rooftop lesson. So Festine, I remember she approached me and then she's like, could you read this script? So actually I got a hand.
That's how they trick you into it.
Yeah.
Can you read this?
I like ako si Festine was like my entry point. She was like, hey Jess, could you read the script? And then I read a couple of lines. She's like, pwede. And then she contacted Aliana, and then that's where it all started with me. So thank you, Festine. You are my you discovered me.
Actually, thanks, Festine. I finally had the dream role of having a girlfriend, and we argued. Still haven't happened in the real life, so thank God. So, okay, from Eros, now we go to Charity. Jigo, I really just need to ask you one question. How nerve-wracking was it to act with a co-actress that's about to cut herself with a real cutter? Because that was the premise of, some of the premise of Stray Cat or Pusang Gala.
Yeah. Well, to be very honest, yung first time reading the script for Stray Cat or Pusang Gala, it kind of reminded me of some people na
it's university life.
Yeah, I used to see that I know.
You've probably seen a few of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know both of them.
And probably going out with some of them then, but eventually, parang it didn't work out. But I guess that's for the best.
I guess
I'm very happy now. But anyway, it was very new to me. Syempre, parang this was one of the very first plays talaga that I did, and I wasn't even sure if I was gonna do well, diba? Parang I just really wanted to try it out. I remember the first run even. I really couldn't memorize my lines, let alone na it's in English kasi with acting siguro parang I found that I'm a lot more comfortable in Tagalog kasi at least it's a lot more conversational and I don't have to memorize as much. So that was one parang initial na boundary. The other is syempre yung premise. It's somewhat mature, diba? Na parang how do you deal with someone, a friend, diba? Or an acquaintance who is literally trying to find ways to grab your attention because parang if you don't, who knows if you're even gonna see them the next day, diba? Parang so I would say it's...
I'm just saying, when you put it that way, it just sounds like emotional blackmail.
Well, hindi naman. Parang okay, just to put premise in it, sorry, para dun sa mga people who don't know the context of the play. Basically, the girl that I'm seeing dun sa play, is suicidal, and we're not even parang lovers during in the play, diba? Parang acquaintances lang siya eh.
You're like her college senpai.
Yeah, exactly, diba? So parang I'm a batch or 2 batches maybe older than her. Tapos she's just someone that I see in school, diba? Or someone that I met through friends of friends, ganyan, diba? But the fact that you know that something could happen if you don't try to do your best to help, diba? Help by just being a crying shoulder or help just by listening. Or I remember I don't remember the exact lines, pero basically there were lines there in the play where I was trying to talk her out of doing it. And then every time that I would do that, she would want to do it more. Diba? And then umabot na dun sa point.
Otherwise known as red flag the play.
Yeah, and then parang umabot na dun sa point wherein nagagalit ka na, right? As where it's a very human reaction, diba? You tell someone na parang don't commit suicide, but it's not that easy, right? It's not that easy. So yeah, I would think that it's a very mature play. Pero the message is very, very good. Na parang, syempre, you have to love people unconditionally. That's what charity is, right? I don't love the person. I don't love that girl romantically, but I'm there whenever she needs me, just to be someone to help her out. Diba? You don't have to love a person naman romantically for you to be of help, diba? Or for you to be in their lives, right? So yun.
Not to be mistaken for sympathy.
Yeah, for me, that's one of the hardest plays to watch if no one knows. Because it really hits home. The script is based off certain conversations. Like Zhao mentioned in the Flood play, it was based on, I think, two friends of Doc Joam. This character, you guys might have met both of the characters that formed China. Maybe at least one of them, if not. Miko might have known one of them, not two. Ourselves. So it was a very awkward play to watch. And I was actually tapped to get that role. And like, dude, that's too close for home. I don't think I could act that. Kasi there are certain materials as an actor or as a person. Ang hirap ipasok, lalo na pag na-experience. It's not trauma, but it's near the trauma threshold for me. So, props to Jigo and props to the girls who do the China role. Grabe, like, lalo yung umpisa yung water bottle, you gotta choke on it, and then you gotta eat the snacks. I know how they do that. And remember, we were doing this in Cass Arts Lab, so good luck to the prod people who are always cleaning up after.
At
So yun
least
nagtaliktan
it was
tayo.
the last play.
Oh, that's
At
the
least it
last
was the
play.
last play.
I
Because
think
every
the
time
first
we go
one.
on stage for the Q&As, it's like crumbs everywhere.
Yeah, like, nah. That's the messiest play in Love Cafe. So now we're going off tangent. Now, actually, it's within tangent because I'm not sure if it was JR or JR and Doc Joan who wrote this play, but it was Pat's play with other co-actors. It was I think the Love Cafe tweeters thing. So how was it like acting there, Pat, as serving as the bridge between the four plays? Because that was the role of it after the first run. You were part of the second run then.
And before we jump in there, I just want to say I have to head out a little early. Got some things to prep for tomorrow. But it's nice seeing all you guys. Festine, it's nice to see you again. All of you have fun. All of you take care. And yeah.
See you on Wednesday for Portal.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, you watch Portal. Well, no. Wednesday is going to be a new game. We're done with Portals. I think Wednesday will be doing something new.
Okay.
So a new game to
y'all take
torture
care
Norm.
It's not intentional. I do have plans. He just doesn't believe enough. That's the problem. Hey, you take care, guys. Stay awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, before we go to Pat, our friend Norm, who wasn't here tonight, streams with Miko for our other streaming thing. So yeah, if you guys have free time Wednesday night, they'll dump themselves into a new game. Which is
Wednesdays and Fridays at 9 p.m. I watch it like every week if I can.
Me too. Like replay na kasi I have work. But yun, so yeah, Pat, back to the question. How was it acting as the bridge play?
I feel like JR could answer this like the most. And to be honest, because remember, like he wrote it, I think it's really, like his work of labor and stuff. But I think like one thing that I remember was that he told me that like me and whoever I'm acting with, we have to know all the four loves and what they all mean because we're the ones connecting all the four other plays. And I feel like in a sense, we were like a palate cleanser and an entree. Sorry, I'm thinking about it in food ways, but we were a palate cleanser and an entree to the next play kasi syempre apat sila, diba? But yeah, it was a bit, I think the first one was a bit bumpy, no, JR, I think, because we were trying to figure out like what role would it play in like the grander scheme of things. But yeah, like I think we had fun naman, like eventually and stuff. So yeah, but I think JR could answer more questions about like what it means and stuff.
We're actually writing it a week before it was showing. yun yung challenge doon. Kasi I think it came from Lumbands. It came from a comment from the audience. Parang more than an insight from the audience. Sabi nila, hindi nila masyadong gets papaano nagtatahi yung apat, no? So what we needed is an integrator in a sense. So ito yung play na to. Parang papaano mo itatahin na itong isang ito, bakit ito yung sumunod? Kasi parang to a normal audience person. Wala namang parang wala namang action na nagkakabit ng apat. It's more of thematic. So, yun yung medyo mahirap kasi there's no memory na sinishare ng apat. There's no circumstance na sinishare ng apat. It's really just a theme. So, yun. But I wrote this with Sir Joem. Talagang sinasoundboard ko siya dito sa mga bagay-bagay nito kasi of course he's the writer of that the Four Loves.
So going back to Pat, what was your Darwin experience?
Should that be a hashtag?
This is really like your whole thing, Martin, huh? Like, all right, we're gonna trash out people. I never met the guy, I don't think. So like,
he's cool.
Yeah, he's a cool personality. So I think it was the first opening pa yon, and I think my parents were watching that night. And then the end kasi of the script that JR wrote. Okay, so a bit of context muna before we deal with that. But I think I can't remember if it was JR or Sir Joam who told me na parang, why is it when we do a play and then there's a boy and a girl on stage, bakit ba kailangan romantic love story siya? Diba? Like, it doesn't have to be a romantic love story. And I think that was also...
Wow. Y'all were into the whole Me Too thing before the Me Too thing was a thing. Feminists.
Yeah. So, yun yung, I think, the idea as well with our, I think, like, if I could remember the script correctly, parang the whole context now was, why does it have to be like me and this other barista that works in the cafe? Why do we have to end up together? Why can't we just be coworkers, or why can't we just be friends, diba? But just because we're on stage and he's a boy, I'm a girl, it has to be a romantic thing. I think that was the whole premise. So at the end of the play, I think the last instructions on the script was the boy would lean closer to the girl and then they would almost kiss, but then the lights would be black out. And then, di ko rin naman alam kung sino yung nasa tech booth nung araw na yon. So, ang lapit-lapit niya na. As in, ganyan na guys. As in, sabi ko lang, mauosa na kami.
Si Darwin din pala yung tech nung araw na yun. Joke lang.
Walang hilo.
He's the entire team.
Yun yung plot twist.
Si Kino lang naman yung lagi natin tech guy dun eh. So, kasalanan
ang tagal. Parang, although, I don't know, like, it was just like, it was so long, and I'm gonna disclose it here. Like, it was gonna, if he did kiss me, it was gonna be my first kiss. So, I was like, ano ba to? Someone please kill the lights and stuff. But yun. So, yeah, and my parents were watching. Oh my God. So, it was a whole level of awkward. So, that was my Darwin experience, if we're gonna turn that into a hashtag. But it was fun. It was fun working, I think, with all of the boys, the man who played beside me for the connecting play.
Yeah, like I was surprised nga Cypher made it that time. I haven't seen him that time, but yeah, I saw that run with him as well. Ang naalala ko lang talaga, the first one was I think you and Tino, or that time.
Yeah, I think it was me and Tino, and then I think Tino couldn't make it one night. That's why Darwin had to fill in, which I was surprised. He memorized all his lines, pero yun nga minsan may mga lapses. But yeah.
Nice hashtag, yeah. Oh my God, it's a hashtag now. So guys, suggested by Bossman.
Bossman.
What are your favorite last show pranks? Because I don't have anything, so
just as a little bit of context, right? I don't know how common this is in other theater groups, but like it was a thing in ours that the last show always had to have something just a little bit special where we like mess with the actors or mess with the audience.
And I know like, 3 of you guys umabot sa era namin, so I know the practice has been there.
And your whole like I'm guessing your whole like Darwin experience could be something that somebody might pull for like a last show prank where you mess up the ordering of the script.
It was a first show prank. Just saying.
Oh, crap.
Well, last show, dun tayo sa first show, agad-agad.
I mean, like, I don't know. I remember there was this one time that we, like, for Miko, he had a beer or something. We put, like, actual beer on the last show, I think. It was either beer or extra Joss. Like, too much extra Joss. It's like, I was like, yeah, that looks like
yeah, energy. And then for me, it's more of me pranking myself to thinking mapaprank ako ni Day. Because it was coffee or tea. So obviously he'll say coffee. So I prepared tea. he never. So it could be kind of like that too. A situation where you pranked yourself because you thought you'll be in the end of a prank.
10,000 IQ moves, dude. Martin trying to be like Among Us, you know? It's like trying to cut.
He
the
was
prank
notorious
off with
for
the
pranking, man. He was.
Or is the last show prank like not a thing anymore after we left?
We weren't, if I remember correctly, like from first to last Love Cafe generations that I was involved in, it wasn't more on pranks, it was more on happy accidents. Like I remember one show from Carlos, walang laman yung Tupperware ng actors na food. So, sobrang awkward na nag-imagine lang sila kumakain. And everything was like, di ba, it's a realistic place, so it was like, real props, real ganyan. And then, they opened the play, they opened the tapa yata, yung tapa ba? Or tocino. They opened the tocino box. Walang laman. Tapos, I don't remember who acted, pero they were so into it that it kinda just, the audience just let it pass. So, okay, sige. And they kinda expected na lahat na nangyayari in the succeeding place, puro imagination na lang, pero hindi imagination. That's like one of the clearest memories that I have, apart from Darwin, doing Darwin things.
That's really going to be the theme of this play, this tuloy.
This episode.
That's really going to be the theme of this episode, huh?
It's funny because this is the first time I heard about these Darwin experiences, and I've met the guy. I never knew that happened. Because when I said, he's all pro.
We should have him on the show.
All his plays always has a Darwin day.
That can be arranged.
Kasi parang lagi siya nawawala ngayon. He's not really active on SOCMED or anywhere. Like, he just appears and then he disappears. He's like third kampuan. Appear, disappear lang.
What happened to that guy? Is he still like alive?
Yeah. We're chatting.
Hindi siya. Nagpo-post lang siya sa IG.
Okay, I guess I got this Joao message. Anyway, yes.
I wasn't necessarily serious about it, but you know, all right, fine.
Lagi if you're looking for him, he's active on Instagram and he responds faster in Instagram.
Okay.
Building his brand.
Norm's it. I don't do IG.
For the last show pranks, like the director know if you're gonna do a last show prank? I'm just curious.
Not really. Sometimes Jao didn't give me shit for my last show prank, so I guess we're good.
Okay.
Minsan yung director may pakana, diba?
Because I'm thinking like for two plays, my director was Aliana. I feel like I'd be too scared to do a prank. Aliana is really like a serious director. So
Aliana is a serious theater person. Medyo mahirap magpaalam ng prank.
Exactly. But I learned so much from her.
She's game and
the other is Angel. So
oh my God, it's so cute because when we met Aliana, she's still like helping out the person, and then evolved to super scary strict director for Jessica.
She was good though. I mean, maybe not strict, but like she made us work. I don't know, right, Christine? Like yung I don't know if you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me okay? I just switched to earphones. Okay. So like in overtones, and I think that's why we survived even though the mess up that Angela did, because we all knew how it was gonna go in our characters. But she really made us bond, like the four of us in that cast. Like I didn't know these people from the beginning, but like she really made us explore all of our emotions and like towards each other. She really made us work. Like I appreciated that so much from her. And like it's always, she's not even the type like Aliana, like outside, right? You could talk to her and like be her friend, but like as a director, if you do well, she's kind of like, all right, you did well. Ganun lang. It's not even like, oh my God, so awesome. It's like, yeah, good. Okay, next. So it's I feel like, and every time, every show is a new clean slate. Alam mo yun, like if you did so well in the last show, this is a new show, right? So you just do this, like do well again. So you know, so I was like, I did not wanna, and I feel like the stakes were high for overtones or I guess in Love Cafe with affection because we were like the first play. We were like to start that energy, and it was silly to begin with. So I feel like there was no really opportunity to put in a prank, or I was just also scared to put a prank because I might mess up my lines. So that was for me for pranks.
But then I guess this is kind of wrong to ask though, because like pranks are usually pulled off by like the behind the scenes people. You know, like it was always all right. I'm going to screw up the score for the last show of like Metro Man, right? I remember there was that last
So that
Metro
was
Man
you,
show.
Joao.
Yeah, where I just took everything and I just like what's it? I just an entire score upheaval, like just to mess with everybody right at the very last show. Like, new music. Oh no.
Yes, new soundtracks. So...
Or like, yeah, that sort of thing. AG. There was one time that AG was supposed to come out at like a particular play, and he was like, "Dude,
play,
yeah, I can't remember what it was." But he's like, he goes up, he's like, "Dude, just to mess with." She's a lawyer now. Criella.
Oh, Criella. Yeah, Criella.
Yeah. Just to mess with Criella, you're going out there. Like, okay. That sort of thing. But that was like all behind the scenes sort of stuff. So I don't know if that's relevant to ask. Sorry.
So this is a good question leading to Festine. Were you plotting certain pranks in Love Cafe as you are a backstage person?
No.
Okay, good.
Thank you, Festine. Thank you for never doing that.
Yes, you saved their lives.
Ang bait.
Ang bait. Ikaw. How about yours?
No, I remember this from Macbeth, when we were doing Macbeth. So,
oh my God.
I was initially part of prod talaga. I did some of the props, especially yung weapons, and then some of the wardrobe, ganyan. Parang I remember even going to, kasi steampunk siya, di ba? Steampunk Pinoy Macbeth, right? So, I remember trying to go to junk shops, trying to find and then some gear, some just literally anything na pwedeng gamitin din sa props, right? And then during one of the rehearsals, parang coming in closer to the play date na, I don't know kung bakit parang naisip ni X na parang kailangan ng doctor dun sa sa play. Kasi siya yung magda-diagnose kay Lady Macbeth, di ba? Parang saying na okay, parang literally she's uncurable, parang it's a mental sickness, right? She's crazy. So parang, and then there was no one. So parang pwedeng cameo. Tapos one line lang talaga ako. Like my only line for the entire play was parang something like, you can't save her. Parang she's may parang
wala nang pag-asa or something yata yung play.
Oh, yeah.
Yung line.
Parang wala na siyang pag-asa. And then I would walk out. So every play or every run namin ng play, since I would just have that one line, I would literally come up with a different character for the doctor every single play. As in every single run. There was one run na I was like a blind doctor na parang I put on like a eye patch. Basta kung ano lang makita ko dun sa stage, dun sa backstage. Tapos I put like parang black na makeup dito just to parang just play around with it, diba? Kasi walang mawawala. It's just like one freaking line, right? So parang I was just really having fun. And then there was one time na parang I was walking with a limp na parang just to have a little extra na time on stage. Parang papagalang pa ng konti.
I think I watched you during that one.
Pinatagal mo yung runtime natin, Gico.
Sorry. Yeah, but that was really fun kasi parang, diba, parang wala, I was just playing around, just enjoying myself. Yeah.
Were we part of the same production of Macbeth? Was this?
Yes. You were there. You were the third,
scoring, right?
I have your score. I have your CD. Yung recording.
Can I get a copy?
That's the one where Day was called in last minute just to join the cast during this episode. He mentioned that. Like, so what kind of haircut should I get?
Okay, can I just say, that's the worst prank ever to me. Kasi no one was saying may bagong may fraud room.
my prod room is the male banyo. So, bakit nakalak yung prod room ko? Hindi ako makapasok. Tapos, biglang, in the middle of the play, yung messenger kasi sino to? Si Baby James. Or James, Rasan.
Lasan.
Oh,
No. Jing Lasan.
James din na. Okay, other James.
James does his role as very baby. So, parang, Baby James, nadapa, ganun. Kasi, nadapa siya tuwing role niya for some reason. Okay. Tapos, his line is umaatake na yata sila or something. Tapos, biglang, nagulat na lang ako, may tumalon from behind me na ninja. Tapos, parang, Baby James just did the ninja roll. Tapos parang, no, that's not Baby James. Baby James just, baby. Okay, kaya hindi ko makuha yung props ko sa banyo, guys. Kasi nga, nilak nila para sa kanya. Lang naman. Na-stress lang ako kasi hindi ko makuha yung mga baril, mga paint. Tapos may naglalabas lang. Nagtataka lang naman ako bakit hindi ako pinapapasok. Tapos may isang prank. It was outside of Love Cafe, actually. Yung, JR, ano yung play mo? Yung...
Modus?
Yung...
Anthology?
Basketball.
May ganun ka?
Alex Antiporda.
Yun,
si Alex Antiporda.
Alex Antiporda.
Si
Pikon lang naman. Yeah. So, pikon lang naman yung cast kay Wax noon because he was being on the last day. He was one of the panels of Alex Antiporda during that time. So, parang naisip ng prod, kasi his role is literally to eat a sandwich. So, naghanap kami ng hot sauce everywhere just to put in his sandwich. Pero walang hot sauce sa yellow cab. It was yung spicy flakes, which is...
Chili flakes.
Yellow cab, why? Why does a yellow cab have hot sauce at the time? Tapos nag-fail siya kasi nasarapan siya dun sa sandwich.
Damn it. Frank's gone bad.
He asked for more sandwich. Damn it. Okay, see, you win this.
All right.
They're like Franks and Love Cafe. We were too nice to each other.
I know. I guess that was the magic of it. Everyone was nice, and even yung bumabalik lang. Kasi from 2012 until 14, you guys went to Fully Booked. I think I got to watch one show. Oh my God, how's the cleanup there? Because the fourth play was still messy.
Bawal, so actually. Actually, bawal yung food. You.
Naglagay tayo ng naglagay tayo ng parang mat.
Banig yata. Banig. So, easy clean up. Oh my God! May naalala ko anecdote sa backstage ng U-View. Yung isang couple na direct ko for floodplay, nag-aaway.
Another curse!
Life imitates art, I see. Or art imitates life, I see.
How do I... Wait lang, I'm real and I'm not supposed to be in between you two right now.
So did they give the best performance of their lives, or was it like a complete shit show?
It was yung isang the part na naglabas na ng sama ng loob season versus the girl yung nagsisigaw, quote-unquote, nagsisigawan na dapat sila. There was literally one question siya asking. Dapat ba nagsisigawan sila? I couldn't answer because, that's their personal thing now.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were okay right after the play, but sobrang terrible yung away nila that day.
What was the performance any good?
Was it good?
It was so heavy. It was super heavy. Because Bangkok had comedic timing din naman. And it was light to heavy. But when that particular run happened, sobrang bigat. Na parang, oh my God. And the script said 5 months na sila together. This couple was like 5 years, I think, or less. Mga years na sila. Tapos sa intense ng away nila that day. Ma'am, help po. Tapos sabayan na ako ni Dior.
Kaya pala siya. So the curse lives on, huh?
Yeah, I thought we killed it.
Yeah.
That's scary. That's a very powerful curse.
This is the second week in a row that we end. Second week in a row that we're talking about like curses and stuff. Yeah, great play.
But let's end it with a high note. How thankful were you guys for the opportunity to join the cafe thing?
What kind of
or what the experience was it? Like I don't know. This is trying to steer away from the
Is this a prayer meeting, dude? Like
But yung sagot natin, thank you for that wonderful question.
Thank you for the wonderful question. Amen. But then, for me, thanks guys, because I had fun at that run, like the first 2 runs, and got to watch the one in UView, and that's it for me. Anyone else?
Any last word? That sounds so ominous.
Ikaw yung last, kasi siya naman yung may pakana ng buong Love Cafe run.
Last talaga. Hindi, sa akin,
ikaw yung...
Sige, seryosohin ko yung seryosohin ko yung question ni Martin. I think I'm grateful for that kasi ang dami ko rin...
Ako yung last pero naging second.
Oo, na iba't ibang tao.
Okay.
Filipino cast, English cast, may halo, Taglish cast, may ganyan. I also like the experience that we tried to venture out of the university. Kasi we didn't know the management, may management sa likod pala nun. You have to think about the financials in mounting a play, mga ganyan-ganyan. Yes. Those are the things that we learned. Mga marketing behind it. I mean, real world stuff that usually transcends theater. So that's a really exciting and fun bit for me. More than, of course, art.
Anyone else before we wrap things up? Or everyone's good?
Sige. I've seen Love Cafe from the very first set to siguro the last one that I've been in was UView. Then everything else I just watch as an audience. And it's really nice to feel the pride na I was there since its inception. So sobrang nakaka-proud lang na it's growing on its own, and I'm so thankful to have been a part of the original cast and crew. Iyak na. Char.
Part nga talaga ng Hugot generation.
Char. Sobrang fun lang din kahit ang fun and hirap nung experience na JR and I were really struggling to put up Love Cafe as its own mini theater company right after or during the times we were venturing out to BDC or getting sponsorships from a lot of people. Like we even partnered with Rotary at some point. Ang dami niyang learning experience behind the scenes as on stage. Kasi ito talaga yung nag-shape sa akin as a previous theater practitioner into like how to view theater as a business, how to view theater as an art form, and as an audience. Yung mga ganong things that usually when you're in college and you're part of this org, whatever org it may be, you don't think about the financials. You don't think about managing people or making money out of it. You just think about the art, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But at the end of the day, the business aspect is what keeps the art going in this world. So sobrang thankful ko lang kay Love Cafe to also teach me that part of theater. Tada!
Well, anyone else? Or we're all good? All right. If we're all good, thank you so much for being part of us here tonight for Bodega Nights. It's been a nice experience to relive Love Cafe and all. So for those of you who are listening and wish to help us unsuck, you can be a monthly patron. That's patreon.com/channel14. And if you guys have anything else to plug, you can plug it right now. No one? Really? Okay.
Cool. Me!
Okay, go.
Aces ROGS special announcement tomorrow on brand new products coming in 2021. Thank you.
There we go.
Proud.
I don't know when it will be released.
ROG owner right here. Thank you so much, Lauren, for hooking me up with a brand new laptop. Yeah.
And
thank you so much, Martin.
Ren as well for hooking my friend Ren for Asus. And the other site as well.
Hindi po to sponsored, pero sige.
And guys, thanks you again. And Joao, I promise the next episode, hopefully I get the coat head.